they have been waiting a considerable amount of time now for the previous tournament for North America to finish up. So it's been about 40 minutes since they played some of their previous sets. So that could ice down the momentum just a little bit as they're waiting for this set to go. Losers bracket will be catching up. It looks like Baka and Lust just took out Vital and Dublikek 3-0. So they're going to be moving on to fight Shadow and Goddess. And right now, Cheeseface and Klaxi are fighting Yano and Yumiko, and they're both tied 1-1 in this set. But right here in front of us, two of the biggest names in Australia, Kylar, Alice, and Rite going against the top 2v2 ranked team of Doggo and Baileyyyy.
And that is going to be going down right now as we go to Shipwreck Falls with all the characters picked and the maps banned and chosen. Getting this kicked off for the Australian side of the top 6. Winners finals going down right now. Doggo and Baileyyyy versus Kanga. Kanga, Kylar, Alice, and Rite.
Yeah, he needs to change that because I've almost messed that up at least 6 different times. Both of them, of course, playing under that Kanga flag. How fitting for two of the best Australian players playing under the kangaroo. But Rite's coming in with the Rayman pick. Don't see a lot of Rayman pick, but I'm loving a Rayman pick right now. I think Rayman's a solid character, has some actually kind of solid signatures in there. Has the axe, super meta weapon, has gauntlets, pretty meta weapon right now. You've already saw that in North America. Of course, Boomy taking it home with the Cross, off meta pick for pretty much all of Cross's time in Brawlhalla, and now seemingly a meta pick. But you're seeing how this is opening, man. Doggo and Baileyyyy looking big, taking out Rite. About 40 seconds into this game, this Jala pick can be really meta in 2v2.
I mean, it's kind of playing dividends right now. Oh, that's going to be Doggo getting taken off the top. Kylar getting thrown off onto the right side. Rite getting attacked by that axe from Baileyyyy, and Baileyyyy trying to get those aerials down as well from the axe, but Doggo getting the neutral light, getting that separation just a little bit as Rite finds the KO onto Baileyyyy off onto the left side, and Rite trying to get back into the center of the stage. That's Kylar. I keep wanting to say Kanga. I should just call him Mr. Kanga himself.
He's being so difficult with that right now. He's also being difficult to kill, though. The same cannot be said for Rite. He's already in the red on his second stock. Kylar's sitting now fresh on his second stock after that clutch D-Light recovery from Doggo. They have Rite over on the edge. Oh, somehow he gets knocked into the side air. It didn't pick up initially, but he got knocked back into it. Neutral signature coming out from Doggo. Rite is going to fall. Kylar has to be careful. You see him sidelighting all the way to the right side of the stage, traveling really far with the dash sidelight coming out to get out from in between the red team. Didn't want to be a sandwich in between those, because you know what we do with sandwiches? We eat them, just like everyone else, because they're food.
Tasty. But we got Kylar, Rite, trying to make his way back onto the stage. He's on his last stock, so if he gets taken out here, that's going to make it that much more difficult for Kylar to take things down. However, the longer that Rite can hold onto that stock, extend it out even more. Oh, there's a big combo, team combo coming out from Doggo and Baileyyyy to find the KO onto Kylar, Alice off the top. Rite almost getting taken off the top as well, but he is going to be living just a little bit longer, almost getting caught by that side air from Doggo as well, the down air coming out, but that is going to do it for Rite, and now it's Kylar, Alice all by himself with 3 stocks to try to run through. 2 on Baileyyyy, 1 on Doggo. Now he does have Baileyyyy in the red, so finding that KO, that might give him a little bit of time to try to get some damage on a Doggo. He has a little bit of an opportunity, a window right now, to try to get this damage down, but it's not going to be anything meaningful. Not a lot of damage, not any big knockback to separate them and throw them off of some kind of synchronity. I'm not exactly sure how you say that word.
Synchronicity is a song by The Police, so I'm going to go with that.
Well,
Synchronicity.
You know.
Oh, man. Dude, that wall, man. How has he not gotten punished for being on that wall yet? I think Baileyyyy and Doggo are just playing this nice and safe here. Weapon toss going down, goes a little bit wide. In comes Baileyyyy with the down air, jumping off that pogo stick on the ground, but instead of the ground, it was on Kylar's head. And that's going to be game 1, man. Baileyyyy, 676. Big damage.
That is a lot of damage to get onto the other team. All things considered, too, I think we saw some pretty good stuff out of Kylar, Alice as well. I think in the last few 2v2 tournaments that we did see him playing, he was typically down in stocks on his teams that he's played with in the past. And so him having a much more powerful presence this time around is kind of interesting to see. Makes you wonder if he's been practicing more of the 2v2 side of things with an increased importance of 2v2 in these other regions now.
Now coming in, even though this Rayman is basically just a torso with a hoodie, he's still kind of a hefty character. Still need to put some damage onto that stock before it's going to be deleted. Nice dodge through that neutral light from Baileyyyy after the little bit of damage that came out from Doggo. Didn't get 2v2 team combo, but still took considerable amount of damage. But Baileyyyy is in the orange. Doggo is in the orange. Much better start here for the blue team. A little bit of a small team combo coming out from red. Axe coming into Rite's hand. Both blue team members getting sent to the side. Very dangerous on a small walled stage like this. Neutral signature coming out. If you don't get hit by that, that is an extremely easy signature to punish depending on your positioning. Split. The red team is so split like a banana.
Ooh, that was a huge play from Rite. That recovery separating them completely, Baileyyyy and Doggo just completely separating them on either side of the map, allowing them to clean up those two stocks and take that lead was immensely powerful for them, especially because they were locked on that wall. They had nowhere else to go. Not getting something along those lines to separate them, get that damage out there and find a KO or two. One bad move off on that short wall could have cost them both of those stocks early, giving the momentum in favor of the red team.
Ooh, big axe side airs coming out from Baileyyyy. Rite gets over. Kylar gets over. He eats a ground pound. There's a dare from Baileyyyy. Might be cleaning the stock up just like the end of last game, and it is with those dares, but a lot of damage was done to Baileyyyy in the meantime. Baileyyyy sitting there in the orange. There's a weapon spawn on the field, but you're seeing Doggo juggle those weapon spawns, keeping him out of the blue team's hands. Neutral air with a recovery follow-up from Rite. He's able to grab some gauntlets, put those on his hands, tape them up. Ooh, you saw the side light. He went for the nair, didn't go straight for the recovery, but Baileyyyy spot dodge right through it. GCD light. That's going to be Doggo's in-air dodge, and Rite might be almost able to clean it up, but Baileyyyy comes in, puts a little pressure on the Rite, gets the hit to move Doggo back up.
Both Doggo and Baileyyyy getting knocked into the sky, almost getting taken off the top. Kylar getting knocked right up there to follow suit. Baileyyyy getting knocked over onto the right side. Weapon throw to disrupt the movement from Kylar, but there is not going to be an opportunity to save Baileyyyy as he drops down below, and Doggo getting knocked off onto the left side as a follow-up from the side sig from Rite's Rayman. Which, by the way, reminds me, how do you know that there's a torso under that hoodie?
That's true. It could just be a hoodie. We don't actually know.
That had me thinking before. Anyway, the weapon throw from Doggo is going to actually stop Rite's momentum from going off stage, and that's going to keep him on stage. And then time to find that double side light combo into the recovery onto Doggo, not finding the KO, but that is also going to lead to his KO himself. Kylar just barely surviving. Can he make it back? The touch onto the wall is going to be good as he does find that sword and live just a little bit longer. Taking the side air, though, Rite is going to have to take things in his hands for a little bit as he does have the freshest stock so far. Baileyyyy with the side air.
Interrupt that came from Baileyyy's. Oh, man! Kylar just barely getting away from that D signature. All of those active frames, he was able to place himself. Down air from Rite has Baileyyyy on the edge. Follow up, down air, follow up, recovery. Both of them missing. Side signature. Oh, man, he held it for a long time. You slow down towards the end. I thought he was going to get punished. Weapon toss going just below Doggo. Rite maybe wanting to confirm this edge guard, moving back. Now he's over back to the edge as Doggo goes to the platform. Jump, ground pound. Harpoon toss from Baileyyyy. How does he get through that ground pound? The weapon toss. Daylight side air. Are they going to clean this up? And they do. Blue team by the skin of their teeth.
Did you see how much damage that Kylar had built up at the end of that at the end of that round? He was like that was almost a completely darkened health bar right there. You don't last that long by getting hit by any single kind of attack, especially when you're going against a Jala and a Bryn, who they got two weapons that have a lot of attacks that just have a lot of force behind them. They got a lot of SIGs that have a lot of variable force. How the heck did he survive that long? That's just pure skill right there.
Kylar took 677 damage that entire game. You spread that out to 3 stocks. That's like 229. No,
I think just it's close. It's close to that.
Whatever. 220 plus damage.
I mean, an average.
He was able to, insane.
An average stock to red health is, red health starts at 150. So if you get the KO at 150, you should ideally have 450 damage taken if you're losing 3 stocks. But if you haven't even lost 3 stocks, and you have like 1.5 times more than that. That's ridiculous.
It was 225. I was off by just a few.
Yeah, see, you're like I said, you're about there.
Winning this game. Oh, you see Baileyyyy immediately push over to the blue side, grabbing their weapon spawn, while Doggo grabs theirs from the red team side. Rite's going to be without a weapon.
Too.
Let's see if Baileyyyy... Ooh, Rite
Kylar almost in the orange already.
Rite.
Going off stage,
Rite takes another
trees, Rite. Oh, that's death.
No! He's just done!
Absolutely gone. And Doggo just barely missing that follow-up from the teammate from the launch over on that team combo, and the interruption from Kylar, very nicely done to get Rite out of there so that he isn't immediately back into the orange threshold of HP in this battle right out of the second stock. I mean, that would have been absolutely devastating. And Kylar getting knocked over to the left side. Is he going to be able to make it back? Weapon throw is going to completely deny that. Rite pressured on the wall as well, and he's got to play extremely low because otherwise he's just going to get taken out again.
So deep in the red, that side signature gets punished by the dare from Baileyyyy. Another dare from Baileyyyy. Side signature queued up, gets interrupted. A little bit of a punish going on to both members of the red team. They're red in their stock, but that nair from Kylar not going to be enough. The stomp side air is going to take out Doggo. Another one is going to almost take out Baileyyyy. Almost also took out Rite. There we go, cleaning that up, but Doggo comes in, gets the refrag right on the final stock of this game. Less than 1.5 minutes in. Rite has to do a better job of surviving here. He's putting Kylar in a very tough spot.
As long as Kylar can hold on, and as long as they can find one more stock here, though, they can even this up and get this back into a much more manageable position. However, the red team right now is looking so dominant. Kylar is almost into the red. Rite is approaching that as well. Doggo and Baileyyyy are not quite there yet. They got a little bit more left to go. But, you know, both of these characters, unless Rite is going to continuously use the axe, but he can't. He's out now, and now it's going to be a 2v1 from here on out. 2 to 4 stocks total. And there goes one of those 2 stocks. That's half the remaining stocks left for Kylar Alice. It's Doggo and Baileyyyy. 4 stocks to 1. Neither one of them are really quite at that red range. I mean, now with that side air, Baileyyyy has just reached that 150 zone. But this is going to be this is a team combo. Oh, the down sync doesn't connect. That was surely going to be it for Kylar. And look at this turnaround right now.
Nice punish.
Oh, no! Oh, they got back! What? They're still going!
Oh, my God! I want to see the replay of that so bad. So many things, like, went wrong and then right and then wrong and then right in there. Unfortunately, Rite was just out of the game, so it went red team, and it's 3 stocks to Kylar's 1. Is he going to be able to confirm this edge guard? You see him moving over, then going back. Side air's the wrong way, expecting Doggo to be to his left, but Doggo was still over on that corner. There's the side air. That's another game. Whew, 739 damage for Baileyyyy. 191 for Rite. That's a rough game for him.
Ow. That was a wild game, and the red team came right out of the gate, just swinging wildly, just no care, just berserking out there, which kind of makes sense. I guess it's Finn and not Jala, but Jala's kind of a berserker. I don't know. Anyway, it was in the lore or something. I don't know. You read it. Doggo starting things off game number 4. It's going to be even on the weapon pickups at the start with hammer and axe. So you got each team starting off with a heavy weapon here, and damage just about even as well. And this time, Rite taking a lot less damage in the first 10 seconds of the game than we saw, just a few minutes ago.
You can see that as a pro, but the con is that Kylar's now taking a lot of damage. Again, dying in orange. Rite died, I think, a little bit earlier in orange last game. He might end up dying in orange this game. The weapon toss going down. In comes Kylar, trying to relieve some of the pressure. But now Kylar's taking it. He's in the orange! Just like that! With some team damage. Side signature hits Kylar. It's like we're seeing almost a complete 180, but for the blue team here, where Kylar is the one taking a bunch of damage, forcing Rite into the 1v2 situations. This is so brutal for the blue team, showing why the red team is the #1 power ranked team here of Doggo and Baileyyyy.
Nice KO off the top to equalize things just a little bit more. Now it's almost completely fresh stocks, although Kylar is in his last stock. He does have to play a little bit more careful. He has to be a little bit more defensive because he can't really afford to take any of this damage. It's one of the most important things in these 2v2s is just not taking damage, living as long as you can, being able to convert that into stock extension damage in any form, because as long as you can hold on to those stocks, you can last and you can end up in those 2v1s if you have those extra stocks. But either way, Kylar in his last stock doing a pretty good job at holding the stock down. Both of the blue team members getting both Doggo and Baileyyyy out of their second stocks. So now we do have a reversal of fortune where Kylar is in a good position to keep this going, along with Rite, both of them having that lead now.
Yeah, they've both done a fantastic job. Rite on his second stock, Kylar on his last stock, of taking virtually no damage. We'll see what happens from here on out if they're able to continue outputting that damage. Kylar's in the red. They're both taking punishment. Rite's in the orange. Big side air is going to take Kylar out. Rite on his own. 2 stocks to 2. But this second stock of Rite will likely be taken out very soon. Baileyyy's immediately there to punish as Rite gets up and around of Doggo. Man, what a punish that was with the dash neutral heavy. They're going to control the weapons at least for a little bit. If Rite's able to get in, he's going to pick up the weapon. He's going to eat a combo. They're almost ready to go. It seems like the D-Sig is not the way to go because that's the second time they've dropped that, and Rite has been above them both times.
They probably practiced that at fresh health. Unnecessary, but in there with a little bit of flair. Baileyyyy with the gravity cancel haymaker off stage way down in the corner of the map. Finding that KO onto Rite, and that is, I believe, going to do it. That's going to give them the 3-1 into grand finals, knocking Kylar and Rite down into the losers finals for us to watch a little bit later.
That double-axed weapon toss, I think it was Doggo that did it, was absolutely brutal. Just point-blank toss, pick up, toss, confirming that edge guard. Just the sheer audio of it was brutal to listen to. What an ending to that game. They're